Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to add and or manage your sites and store locations. So let's get started. First, in the main navigation menu, click on the Home tab if you are not already on it. Once you've clicked on that, in the navigation menu, you will see a tab labeled Administration. The Administration tab will give you a selection of options to choose from. We will choose Site Management. Once the page is loaded, you will see three sections: Locations, Active Users, and Inventory Site Management. This is where you add in your company's warehouse or store location. You will notice that this page looks exactly the same as the pop-up when you add a location in the Locations tab under Company Profile. Both forms are exactly the same, and no matter where you choose to add the location, the data will be saved and can be located in both. Before we fill out this form, let's quickly review the importance of site management. It is essential for you to be able to oversee all of your store's operations on a day-to-day basis and assign a manager or active user to each of your store's locations. First, the section labeled Locations lists all the locations you currently have. There will always be one location that's already listed in the grid. This is your default location that was first inputted into Orbit's database. You can check out or edit a specific location's information by clicking on it in this section. There's also a plus sign on the top right corner of this section. This is a shortcut to add a new location. Under Locations is the Active Users section. This grid shows you all the active users that you have added. These are permissions that allow you to control which user can access which location and the tools for that location. You can assign multiple users to one location or multiple locations to a single user. The last section, Inventory Site Management, is where you add or edit locations. You add a location by filling out all the information on the form, then clicking Save. There are three subsections on this form labeled Customer, Location, and Addresses. First, you can't do anything under the Customer subsection since the account and name are grayed out. This is your company's account number and name that has been predetermined and thus cannot be changed. Next, in the Location subsection, you need to assign your store location a code because it is a required input field. This is a symbolic name for your location or a shorter version of the location's name. This code will be used when printing out stuff associated with that particular location. You can only input alphanumerical characters in this input field. Examples of easy codes are F21 for Forever 21, VS for Victoria's Secret, VW for Volkswagen, and etc. For now, I want to create a store location for Home Depot, so I will input HDLA1. After you tap away, a pop-up will appear telling you that the location does not exist and asking if you want to create the location. Click Yes. Clicking No would result in no location to be created. The ID is an entity or internal ID that's auto-generated, so you do not and cannot change it. It is a primary number that will always increase every time a new location is created by any user. Next to ID is the flag labeled Default. Check this flag if you would like to make this store your default or main store location. Don't worry about not being able to change this setting because you can always make a different store the default location at any time. For now, I will leave this flag unchecked. The name is the name of your store or warehouse at that specific location. It is a free text form, so you can enter anything you'd like. It is recommended that you include the city or state that your store is located in the name so you could easily know which location is where. For now, I will input Home Depot, Los Angeles 1. Input the tax rate of your location here. Because your company could have many stores that are located in different states, the tax rates may differ as well. Thus, enter the tax rate of that specific location. Since in this example, my store is located in Los Angeles and the tax rate in Los Angeles is 9%, I will input 9.00. Lastly, enter the address of your location here. The contact address, the warehouse address, and the shipping address are all required. First, input your location's contact information. The contact name is the required input field, so in this example, I will input John Doe. The direct phone number, office phone number, and fax number are all not required input fields. I will just input 555, 555, 5555 for all three input fields. Next is the email address. It is also not a required input field, so leave it blank if you wish. In this example, I will input Home Depot LA1 at email.com. Next, fill out your location's contact address, which is required. For the address line 1, I will input 2838 Wines Lane. Fill out address line 2 if your contact address includes an apartment number, floor number, or such. I will leave this blank. Click this for a drop-down of all the countries. Scroll through and select the country of your contact address. I will select the United States. Next, enter your contact address zip code. I will enter 90001. Once you've entered a zip code, the city and state/province will appear. Orbit automatically determines which city and state your address lies according to the zip code. Since one zip code can pertain to multiple cities, click this for a drop-down list of all the cities that pertains to your zip code and choose the correct city. If you attempt to type in a city that doesn't correspond to the zip code, Orbit will immediately notify you. For example, if I input Westminster, this pop-up will appear, notifying me that the city and zip code are mismatched. Just click OK and select from one of the cities in the drop-down. In this example, I'm given 3 options, but the correct city that corresponds to my location is LA, so I will select Los Angeles. Click here for a drop-down of all the states/provinces. Scroll through and select your contact address state/province. I will select California. Lastly, input the postal code of your contact address here. Leave it blank if you do not have one. In this example, I will leave it blank. Next, move on to the Warehouse tab because it is required. If your warehouse information and address are the same as that of your contacts, Orbit provides you an easy method to duplicate the information. Simply click on the Same as Contact button. In this example, I will click the Same as Contact button and duplicate the information from the Contacts tab. Lastly, fill out the last required tab, Shipping. Fill in your shipping information and address here. Again, if your shipping information and address are the same as that of your contacts, simply click on the Same as Contact button to duplicate the information. In this example, I will click the Same as Contact button because my shipping and contact information and address are the same. You can also add more addresses by clicking here. You can add a receiving address, a remittance address, and a return address. To remove one of those addresses, simply click the X button here. After you are all done with filling out the form above and all the required input fields, click Save. You will need to save before you can begin assigning users. After you click Save, you can now see that the location you just added is under the Location section in the top left. To edit, just simply click on the location in the grid and its information will appear in the Inventory Site Management form again. Lastly, assign the users to your specific location. The active users within your company are located in the grid to the left of the form labeled Active Users. There will always be one user that is already assigned to the location you just created in all new locations. This user is the admin, so by default, he or she is assigned to all locations. I will select Jenny because I want this user to be able to control tools within this location. After clicking on the user, a pop-up will appear asking if you would like to enable the location for the user. Click Yes. Clicking No means the user will not be assigned. You can modify which controls a specific user can access also. You do so by clicking on the user's name. For now, I will click on Jenny. This pop-up will appear listing all the flags or controls that can be modified. These are all the different tabs and forms within Orbit's website. To prevent the user from seeing or editing a specific tab or form, just unflag its name. For this example, I will uncheck Vendors, EDI, and Integrations because I don't want the user to be able to access this data. To allow the user permissions for the tab or form again, just check the flag next to it. I will check the flag EDI again so that the user can see and edit this information. After you are all done choosing which settings to modify, click Update. If you don't wish to save any modifications you made, click Cancel. A pop-up will then appear notifying you that your user settings has been edited successfully. Just click OK. You can always remove an assigned user at any time. To do so, just click on the flag and a pop will appear to confirm your decision to disable the user. Click Yes. Again, you edit other store locations and assign active users to it by clicking on the store's name in the Location section. And there you have it. You have learned how to add and manage your inventory sites or store locations. I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you soon.